And then we also even had this fun Zelda series, and I think Link was about to smack the shit out of Zelda. Bitch, I told you.
Excuse me, princess. Well,
Our final story. This one, it takes me back, and I actually had really fun, a bunch of fun today, looking up all the information I needed for this segment. So I talked about, our good old buddies over at Netflix. They have a bunch of great TV shows that they've been producing all of their own. Kimmy Schmidt, just started their 3rd season. I'm a big fan of. Orange is the New Black, Master of None, Stranger Things. Anything else I'm leaving out, Gertz, that you could think of?
House of Cards is coming back pretty soon, too.
House of Cards, yeah. So a bunch of. Oh, and what was the one with the white guys treating like a black guy, Making a Murderer?
Yes.
Yeah, that one. That one. When the police set up him, who would have thunk? But yeah, Making a Murderer. Netflix seems to have a good handle on a bunch of their TV shows and their original properties, or properties that they take over and create into a TV show. But now, people, we've got something it's a little jarring for me. Because I'm excited for it, but I also know the history of this. And people, I'm talking about a certain game out there that was really good that I was not able to beat because it was so fucking huge. And that game, of course, is The Witcher. The Witcher is a series. Even before it was a game, it was a series of books. And I'm sorry if I butcher your name, buddy, because you make some dope shit. This guy's name is Andrzej Sapkowski. Andrzej, it's Andrzej. Andrzej Sapkowski. Mike Wazowski. But no. I'm just calling him Sapkowski. He wrote a big series of The Witcher, and of course it has the blood and honey and all that fun jazz in it. But that novel was adapted into a game, which is now going to be adapted into a TV series, and people are pretty excited for it. I don't know if you know anything about The Witcher outside of what you've kind of seen.
Not really. No, I'm not that familiar with it. I wasn't even aware of the fact that it was a book before it was a game, which is interesting.
It's a big series, and I'll give it to this. They're keeping all of their stuff for the most part in-house, which seems pretty dope. And I'm not saying like in-house just coming from CD Projekt Red, who makes the Witcher series, but it's all done in Poland. Like the CD Projekt Red's in Poland, the author who wrote the book series is from Poland, and the people who they're turning this over to make the Netflix series, they're also a Polish studio.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I'm kind of cool with this. And even looking back on some stuff that the studio has done, they're called Platige Image. I'm sorry, again, these are foreign names that I don't know. Like, I know the word image, but Platige, I don't know. But yeah, with that series, Platige, this studio has actually made a bunch of small little vignettes for The Witcher itself. Bring up one of the quick ones I had right here. This one was called Killing Monsters, and this one came out right before, or as Coleman would say, Killing Monsters. Killing Monsters, and this one was done by the same studio who was going to be heading up doing the Netflix series for The Witcher. And so just check this out, and maybe it's a little sneak preview of what we're going to get on this Netflix show.
Tough hunt.
Tougher than yours, that's certain. Evil is evil. Lesser, greater, middling, makes no difference.
Come fit me. Bring her down. Do it my way. You like that, you bitch? Get the hammer. Kick her teeth in.
The degree is arbitrary. The definition's blurred. If I'm to choose between one evil and another, I'd rather not choose at all.
Just make it quick, Geralt. What the?
Close your eyes.
Hit him!
think Guy Ritchie watched this and was like, I could make King Arthur like this.
I was just thinking that. It's like, oh, it's like Guy Ritchie's King Arthur, except I can tell what the fuck is happening.
It's not wind power. It's all,
Yeah.
oh my God, chill. But yes, this little short right here was made by the same studio is going to be heading up the creation of the new Netflix series of The Witcher. And you're wondering, like, well, is it going to be is it going to be animated? No. It's going to be live action. So it's not. You know what? Here's the reason why I'm geeked for it to be live action. I feel like The Witcher, it could be done well as a live action show. There's, they obviously have the story from the novels, but they also have the story from the games. And the other thing is that The Witcher in particular always tends to look like the graphics are always really good. Yeah. So to do a CGI version would kind of be goofy to me, I guess to say.
Okay.
Because I don't know, it would be like, well, I could just go play the game. Why would I watch the Netflix series?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like they've always done a good job when it's come to the graphics and the quality of their games, which, well, especially for Wild Hunt was phenomenal. Prime example from Buddy right here looking crazy. I need this movie. This last Netflix series. But yeah, it has me excited for this new series coming on Netflix. However, I know as a gamer that's up there in age, started with the original Nintendo. I know some of you are like, damn, yeah, I know. But we've had a series of very, very unfortunate things happen with a lot of video game properties. Prime example, which we talked about earlier in the show.
I am a god, even though I'm a man of God. My whole life in the hand of God. So y'all better quit playing with God.
By the way, all the action scenes are in the trailer. So like you just watched the majority of the movie right there.
Yep, that's like every action scene in the movie.
Yeah, so like most gamers that have been around for a while, we know what being burnt feels like, especially when it comes to movies. And you're like, oh, well, those are just movies. This is a TV show. No games there haven't been any horrible video game shows, have there? Yeah, we had one of Coleman's favorite TV shows, Q*bert.
Yep.
Which baffles me as to why he liked that so much. We also had a Pac-Man series.
Yep.
Which was goofy as hell. And then we also even had this fun Zelda series. And I think Link was back to smack the shit out of Zelda. Bitch, I told you.
Excuse me, princess. Well,
told you again. Oh. Yeah. But so yes, we've been hurt a bunch of times. And here's one of my favorite ones. I don't know if you all remember this. Gertz, this one is actually for you.
Oh.
I think this is one of your favorite TV series and one of your favorite video game characters because I think you said he's phenomenal. He can never mess up in a video game or a TV show. And I think I might agree with you on that, Gertz, because this guy he's the Blue Blur.
Oh yeah.
Oh, not this shit. No.
Got it, Gert. He's like, yeah, for you.
Yeah, there are 3 Sonic cartoons that all came out in the span of 2 years of one another, and they all had Jaleel White, Urkel, doing Sonic's voice. Mm-hmm. So people are like, which one is which?
They're all the same.
Yeah, and one of them was pretty good. This one was not that one.
You know what though, man? As a kid, this one didn't bother me that much.
This one isn't painful. It's not nearly as bad as that Zelda one was.
Right.
Or that Super Mario Brothers Super Show one either. It's definitely better than either of those. But this was some cracked out shit.
It was, and they were always talking it was the 90s, so it was one of those times where there was always a message going on in the show. So it was hey kids, remember to don't get molested, shit like that. Don't get kidnapped.
Someone touches you and you don't want them to. That's no good. This show became a meme.
Yeah, it was weird. They do that. It's like, don't get in cars with strangers and don't smoke crack. But then they also had weird messages where it was like, yeah, kids just eat chili dogs. You'll go fast as fuck. And you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's one of the most unhealthiest foods I could think of.
Yeah.
And then they were always the robots were always using weapons and cannons and shit. You're like, all right, this is not a good look for anybody. Mm-hmm. So you're like, all right, fine. That's Sonic. He has a history. He has a what's the word I'm looking for? He has a pattern.
Yeah.
Or he's a serial killer basically when it comes to being good and bad. You're like, all right, we know where you're fucking up. But there's another show out there that I was a big fan of, and I actually went back and watched it today. It's awful, and I didn't realize this as a child, so it was very shocking. This. I realized this show was just built to ruin my childhood because, like, you know, there was me finding out that Mavis Beacon wasn't a real person. Like,
Oh yeah.
you didn't, Shawty, you ain't teach me typing. It was you just a fake chick. I was getting catfished by a computer program.
I remember you telling me about that. You were heartbroken.
Oh man, I was distraught, man. I was so mad. So we had, you know, we killed Mavis Beacon on this show, but also. This TV series that I went back and watched just to, you know, like, oh, well, there's been a couple of good ones. I went back and watched this. I don't know if you're ready, people, but this is probably at the time when I was a child my favorite video game cartoon TV show.
Okay.
And it is, without further ado, the Mortal Kombat animated show.
Ooh.
Go for it! Gotcha!
That porno soundtrack.
Oh, it gets better.
Why is their skin so white?
You hear that? Boop, 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 boop. I'm like, is he shooting a laser? Like, this ice. Ice don't make that sound. But yeah, I went back and watched this show, and there's something where you could tell their budget was very small, and it should be coming up very soon for you guys.
This way. This is it.
It's just. But here's the thing. What was something that made the original Mortal Kombat movie? What was something that made that people like, all right, when they look back on it, they remember that fondly about it?
Oh, the soundtrack.
The soundtrack.
Yeah.
Now, people, in this video game TV show, they obviously could not afford to use that soundtrack.
No.
So there are moments, I'm just gonna let it play in the background while I'm talking. They try to copy that Mortal Kombat soundtrack, and you come up with this.
Scorpion.
It's like they did that soundtrack on Mario Paint.
But yeah, that whole time is and they play it every 3 minutes without fail. So you're just sitting there like, all right, there's some actual drama going on. Like, what the fuck is this shit? But yeah, it's a mess, and it made me actually. You know what's funny about this? This entire series is on YouTube.
What? The whole one?
The whole series,
Oh.
and it's in one video. And the time for that video is 4 hours and 20 minutes. Now, I'm not saying that's a hint to do something while watching this, but it might be a hint to do something while watching this. 4 hours and 20 minutes, people figure it out. But yeah, Mortal Kombat, the animated series, was the hottest of messes.
Yep.
You could see the animation wasn't anywhere near what it should have been. The music was god awful. There was you couldn't show any kind of blood or gore, any kind of major violence outside of kicking and punching.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were just like, as you saw, Jax hugged a guy to death.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was goofy, but there was also, again, if you were a fan of Mortal Kombat, just shit all over your parade. There was also a Mortal Kombat live action show.
Yeah, there was.
Which was just awful, and I'm not gonna put that up because it was a fucking mess. But yeah, it was really bad. I recommend you going, just look it up if you have the opportunity to. Now, with the Witcher Netflix series coming out, this is one of the few things, like I said, I'm hopeful for, and I think it could be done well. Prime example, we've seen other things that have gone from being novels to TV series. One very recently with American Gods.
Yeah.
You like a big cast of people on there. Ian McShane who's playing Odin in the show. You have Peter Stormare playing. I've always messed his name up. Schursberg. It's just like CZERBORG. Surfberg. But yeah, he's playing a great character in that show. So it's one of those things where it's like, all right, we've seen something that's made the transition from being a series of books and make its transition over to TV and have it be done very well. And this is something I'm looking forward to. Now, here's the thing. We know with a movie or a video or a TV show to be good, it has to have a good cast.
Yeah.
I would play a little game with you, Gertz.
Okay.
A little game, just a little tiny one. Okay. I'm gonna put up some characters. I'm gonna tell you who they are. I'm gonna tell you what they do, and I want you to cast them.
Okay.
Are you ready, Gertz?
Sure.
All right. So first up, I'm gonna do ladies first. We have Yennefer. She is a sorceress. She has a dope ass bird that can poke people's eyes out, and she's hot as hell. Who would you cast as her?
Who is I'm blanking on the actress's name, but I think her character's name is Sif in the Thor movies. She's the chick that is part of Thor's group.
Sif in the Thor movies?
Yeah.
It was it SIFE?
Yeah, I think it's just SIF.
I have no idea who that. Let's see. She's played by. Okay, you're talking about this lady right here.
Yeah, I think I've seen her in other things, and I like her in the Thor movies. So for some reason, as soon as I saw that character, I thought of her. So, and I don't know anything about The Witcher, but yeah, let's give her a shot.
Okay, give her a chance,
Yeah,
y'all. Come on, give her a chance.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. So, and she's one of Geralt's many love interests, and
Okay.
we'll find out who Geralt is in a second.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Siri. No, not the program on Apple. Siri right here. She's Geralt's trainee or protege. You can tell because she looks just like him, and she's a pretty badass, quick fighter. She could teleport. She could do a lot of gangster shit. Who would you cast as her?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of women that have done like really good jobs in action roles, like recently.
Let's see. You have Angelina Jolie as Tomb Raider. You have in action roles. Who?
Yeah, it's tricky. Right?
You could always cast what's her name from Fantastic Four with them wigs.
Okay, Mara.
Kate Mara, her magical wigs, and she could put a white wig on her. She could be Siri.
No, I think for someone who looks like it could kick someone's ass. Like,
Someone. I don't know what that means, man.
like shit. Like, fuck. I don't know. It's a tricky role to cast, just because there's no like name right off the bat that instantly comes to mind of someone like.
So, we heard somebody on the couch whisper, "Holly Holm."
Who's the woman playing Laura Croft in the new Tomb Raider? Alicia Vikander.
Alicia Vikander, Ex Machina.
Yeah, let's have her do it.
Okay, so Alicia Vikander is Siri. All right,
Yeah.
that's fair. Up next, this guy, I always mess up his name. It's like Brearmere or something. He's a king. I'm going to skip him. Fuck him.
Okay.
But now we have homeboy right here, Dandelion. Who would you cast as Dandelion?
Oh shit!
Look. Oh, shit.
He just looks so different than anyone else. Like all these people
Yeah.
are hard, and he comes up. No, not Johnny Depp. Everyone's sick of Johnny Depp. Shit. Oh, what's his name?
Yeah, him.
Oscar Isaacs.
So you're going to put Alicia Vikander. You're just going to cast everybody in Ex Machina to be in the Witcher TV series.
Yeah, put Oscar Isaacs in that role.
You say Oscar Isaac, but for somebody that I think, embodies the Dandelion mentality and the clothing choices, I'm going with Martin. That's exactly who I'm picking. I feel like Martin would nail it. He'd kill playing Dandelion, and I think he'd kick ass with it. So Martin, I'm looking forward to you being on that Netflix series.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Vesemir. I might be butchering these names. I apologize. He is Geralt's, I guess, his father figure in the series. He's his trainer. He brought him up in the world of the Witchers. And who do you think he should be played by?
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte?
Yes.
Okay. I was just gonna go. I said, why not keep up the novel to TV series? Just put your boy in there. I think he would do a good job as it.
Yeah, he would be great.
He might be busy doing American Gods, but yeah, I would like to see him as it. And finally, last but not least, the main character of it all, your boy Geralt of Rivia. Who would you have play him? I'm surprised you ain't throwing yourself like, I could do it. I'm Gertz, I have powers. Let's see. And Juice is over there. I could do it too.
Dude who played Aragorn, Viggo Mortensen.
Ew. I don't know.
He can be really good and stuff. Have you seen him in The Road?
You seen the what?
Have you seen him in The Road?
Yeah, I've seen The Road.
Yeah.
He was all right.
Aw.
The kid was better. But no, okay, so Viggo Mortensen, you said,
Yeah.
all right, that's fine.
I'm just pulling a lot of Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings actors.
Yeah. And then you start going through the cast of, was it Underworld?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This person.
Yeah.
See, you say you want to see Viggo Mortensen play Geralt, but you know what?
Sure.
There is one person that I think you're forgetting, and we watched them in a movie last night who I think they could pull this off.
No.
Nikki Cage.
No!
Nikki Cage could do it, man. Nikki Cage could do it, man. Nicolas Cage is Geralt. I think he would crush it, dude. He'd kill it. He would kill it, girl.
Stomp out all evil.
I wonder what's next.
Man, your hair is evil. Fuck you, dude.
Well, there he can slay his hair. That'll be fair. I did not mean to rhyme there. Stop. Ray, I'm coming for your job, buddy. No, but yeah, it's. I think Nicolas Cage could do it. I can't say that with a straight face. No, if I had to pick somebody to play Geralt, I would probably go with. And this sounds crazy, but hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Your boy that we saw in King Arthur.
Charlie Hunnam?
I think Charlie Hunnam could do it. I think he could do it because he's not the best, but if you put him around a decent cast, he could do it.
He's got a lot of oi mate to him.
He does, but like the thing about Geralt as the character in The Witcher, if y'all don't know, he's very he has an attitude of I can do everything, but he kind of lays back with it, and he also has an attitude like I don't connect with anything, and so I don't want to put a character in that's such a good actor that you're waiting for them to say something and they don't get to talk much because Geralt doesn't talk much at all.
So you want a cocky motherfucker you can't empathize with?
No,
Charlie Hunnam makes sense.
Okay, no. He's been fucked up because Guy Ritchie's doing this to him. Because when he was in what was that Pacific Rim?
He wasn't very good in that.
He wasn't great, but he was decent. And you put him next to Idris Elba, who actually elevated his game. Because if you see Charlie Hunnam act in Sons of Anarchy, who they give him no direction, it's like, all right, guys, let's kick ass. He looks like Negan.
Yeah, being on screen with Idris Elba will always help you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and we got some people right here saying maybe your boy Deadshot, who was supposed to play. No, it's not Deathstroke. The dude was supposed to play Deathstroke. I forgot what his name is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
God, what is his name? He was in Arrow, and he was. Joe Manganiello. He could play. I think he could be good as Geralt. Maybe.
I'm not familiar enough with him to make a call on it.
He's all right. He was good in Spartacus, and then he was good in Arrow. Like Arrow is not a great show, and especially when it comes to acting. But his arching was actually pretty good.
Gerard Butler in that role.
Gerard Butler.
His best role is in How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah,
he's actually good in that. But when he's actually on screen, ooh.
Yeah. Or some people say Mel Gibson could do it.
The thing is, I think they're right, and I don't even like Mel Gibson for obvious reasons. But you can't deny that the guy is really talented, both off camera and on camera.
What if they did the one is like the most obvious, and they put Liam Neeson in that role?
He's a little obvious, but I always like Liam Neeson. Even when he's in bad shit, like I still like him. Like that Taken 3 level shit.
Nah, man, I feel like he's in timeout right now. 'Cause what was that? A Walk Amongst the Tombstones, I think it was called, or Nonstop. It was one of those.
I think Walk Amongst the Tombstones. I remember hearing about it. I never saw it, but I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, Liam Neeson. You on timeout, especially after Taken 3. Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, I'm legit excited for this new Witcher series. I think it could be done really well. Again, one of the big things is if they happen to cast it right, and for the most part, it seems like CD Projekt Red is keeping this like I said very close to heart. The author is very excited about bringing this to Netflix and having it be a big TV series. Obviously, because it's going to be making bank, but because he feels like they could do a faithful adaptation because he's a big fan of all the other things that Netflix has done. And for the most part, when it comes to Netflix originals or stories that they've made the transition from other forms of media to Netflix, or even just stand-up specials, again, for the most part, because I know that Amy Schumer thing exists. Netflix has done a good job, and they seem to take the opinion of the people who created the series and who are the closest to the series and do it well. That's why I think a lot of the Marvel shows worked outside of Iron Fist, because they just gave that to everybody that was that was on hand. So yeah, I'm excited for this new Witcher series. I think it's going to be great. Again, I'm still going to go in with some intrepidation because of that Mortal Kombat show and Sonic the Hedgehog and all the other stuff. But for the most part, I feel like The Witcher is going to be an amazing series on Netflix, and I cannot wait. Do you think it's going to be good?
There's certainly potential there for sure. I don't want to get too excited about it just because of video game adaptations and their track record, but I'm more hopeful about this one than I've been for a while. And I'm not even familiar with The Witcher, but just knowing that there's a book to pull from, there's a whole lore that seems to be the brainchild of this one guy who has a vision, that definitely helps me get more excited about it as opposed to something like Assassin's Creed or The Division, where it just feels like a corporate machine shat that out.
Okay.
This feels like a work of art. So yeah, I'm hopeful for it.
All right, good. We got you to hope for something, Gertz. That's scary to me.
I know.
Gertz is like, I'm optimistic. What?
Yeah. What do I do?
Where's the camera? Someone's coming to kill me.
Hey everyone, we hope you liked the show. If you did, give us a like, leave a comment below, and subscribe to Double Toasted on YouTube. You can also find us on twitch.tv, the high score DT, all one word. Mr. Goodwin?
Or you can go over to doubletoasted.com and check out our full videos there. Or also go over to SoundCloud, link in the description. Or you can just sit here and watch us all day because we're going to stay here for like the next 3 minutes.
Ready, go.
You should have paused it earlier. Then it would have been 3 minutes. You messed this up.
What?